Yes, you heard that right. They want to strike the words mother and father from law and replace those terms with gestating parent and non-gestating parent, if you can believe that. We'll see if Kathy Hochul signs it. The House on Wednesday held a hearing with superintendents from schools across the country on the eroding of parental rights amid a push for progressive policies at the expense of education. Congresswoman Lisa McClain questioned the superintendent of Loudoun County Public Schools in Virginia on an incident last year at a high school in which a biological female who identifies as a male filmed biological males in the boys' locker room. The biological males ended up receiving a longer suspension than the biological female who did the filming. Watch this.
Our school division would not discipline students absent a violation of our disciplinary policies.
Excuse me, what the heck does that mean? So in what realm does that make sense to you?
A violation of our
So
disciplinary
what realm
policies.
does that make sense to you, sir?
Our school division.
That's a great answer
would
to a
not
question I didn't
discipline
ask.
students.
You are extremely weak, pathetic, and thank God my children didn't go to your school.
I disagree with your characterization.
You can disagree hypothetically.
Joining me now is the woman herself, the chairwoman of the House Republican Conference and a member of the House Education Committee, Michigan Congresswoman Lisa McClain. Congresswoman, good to see you.
You know, it's sick, it's weak, it's pathetic, it's disgusting. We had the the administrator from Loudoun County Schools try to answer some questions, some simple questions. I mean, he's the leader, he's supposed to be in charge, and he can't answer a question. We wanted to shed light on what's going on in our education system today. We're not focused on reading, writing, and arithmetic, and that's evident because all of the test scores are going down. What we are focused on is this woke ideology. I mean, think about this for one moment. First of all, we're having females in male locker rooms. All right, in and of itself, that's a problem. Then when the female tapes the male student, who is the victim gets a harsher penalty than the female student? So, I mean, come on. This is exactly the kind of idiocracy that is going on in these education systems, and we have to expose it, and that's what we intend to do. It's sick, it's weak, it's disgusting, and if you can't answer a question, what I would suggest you need to step down and get somebody in there who can answer a question.
Well, I mean, do you think this is resonating with the American people? What do you need to do to ensure you don't lose the majority in the House? What is the most important messaging you need to convey to voters coming up to the midterms?
Yeah, this is going to be a contrast for America. It's going to be a contrast election between common sense and crazy. Republicans were common sense. I think males should go in male locker rooms, females should go in female locker rooms. I actually think we should punish the criminal and take care of the victim. The other side is absolutely crazy, and that is what we need to focus on, common sense versus crazy. Also, we need to talk way more about what we've already done for America. Let me remind everybody, every single Democrat voted to raise your taxes by not signing on to the One Big Beautiful Bill or the Working Families Tax Cuts. Maria, it's really simple. Democrats want more of your money, and what do they want it for? They want it for the waste, the fraud, the abuse. They want open borders. They want to defund the police. They want, you know, no biological gender. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Americans want common sense, and that's what the Republicans are here to provide.
Well, you didn't extend FISA, you didn't get Save America passed. I mean, how are we supposed to believe that our elections are secure when you had, you know, so many years of wide open borders under Joe Biden? You've got mail-in ballots. I mean, what are you going to do to get the secure America across the finish line? Americans want this. They want to be able to know that people have shown citizenship proof.
Right. That's not too much to ask, and you are spot on. In my opinion, this is one of the most critical pieces of legislation. Now, we've passed it out of the House, but what we're going to have to do is we are going to have to attach it to a reconciliation bill or a must-pass bill and kick it over to the Senate and let the Senate do their job. Put them on record. Make them vote. Make them take a vote. This is common sense. It's an 80-20 issue. We have to do the right thing in the House and actually continue to push.
You're not going to have the time, right? What do you have, like 14, 15 legislative days left until the August? 15 days until the August recess. So what are you going to get done in 15 days? Is it all about the midterms at this point?
Well, in my opinion, yes, it is about the midterms. But we have a short period of time, and we need to deliver Save America for the American people for safe and secure elections. The president is right when he says if we don't do this, it is going to continue to be a lot of mistrust out there. We have to let the American people trust what we're doing. This is common sense. Pass the bill.
Yeah, no, you know what, Congressman, we appreciate your leadership, and we're going to be watching your work. Thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up, people? Welcome to my channel, American Iron, where we try to make sense out of the nonsense. Now, as y'all can see, there's a lot going on with the stupidity amongst Democrats and just America, period. It seems like we're in the battle. We're in the battle of common sense versus radicalism, because that's what we're in. It's not even about being moderate anymore. It's either you're completely out of control to the left, or you're just standing on basic principles. Now, from what I see, it seems like these people are just focused on trying to force their beliefs on us. They're trying to force it on us. They don't want to give us an option. We're not having the opportunity to say how we truly feel. And if we do, then we're being hateful. We're being racist. We're discriminating against. We're dealing with some kind of a prejudice, when truly it's just a case of our principles colliding. I believe in Christian beliefs. You believe in something that is contrary to my beliefs. What you believe in actually is a sin in accordance to what I believe in. So to force your way on me, it's like you're forcing me to sin. You're forcing me to do other than what God wants me to do. And that is a serious problem. Because I'm not going to lie, when I see Muslims parading with LGBTQs, I can't do nothing but laugh. I truly can't. I can't do nothing but laugh. That's like us being in the early 1900s and you seeing black people parading with the KKK. That's equivalent to that. That's a good example. It's just the confusion, it's the madness that's going on. But they're trying to force it on you in a way that makes you look ridiculous. You know what I mean? Now, I also want to touch on the point about what's going on in New York with Governor Hochul and Mayor Mondani on how they want to stop using the terms mother and father and replace it with, I forgot already. I don't even know what they want to replace it with. It's just something that's completely ridiculous. But this is what I mean, once again. No one is having a choice on this. Where is the democracy in this? Who's voting for this? Who's voting for these absurd decisions that are being made by an administration that is almost foreign? You know, I honestly do believe this, you know, and I've been saying it for a while. I believe that if you're not born in this country, you shouldn't have a seat in Congress, in Senate, president, nothing like that. You shouldn't have no say-so over a country that you was never born in. You shouldn't have say-so over the people that were born in that country. this is sort of like what's going on, if y'all don't know, but what's going on with the African American community is boycotting the Asian community, which I really don't have a problem with, as long as it's nothing illegal and it's something to strengthen your community, your people, your culture, your race. I honestly don't see nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not burning down their stores and committing crimes. A good example is of how Asian people come into our communities, but they also try to force their way. Like, a lot of them don't try to learn English. They really don't. They don't try to learn English. They don't try to learn our ways, our customs. They want us to learn their customs more than they want to learn our customs, even though they're in our community. They're where we live at, where we was born at, where we raised at, where a lot of our parents passed away, a lot of our brothers and sisters passed away. You know what I mean? Places that we hold dear to heart. They come in there and they make a bunch of money and they treat us like they really don't care. And they don't, I think that they just get too comfortable, and they subconsciously forget that they're not from here. You're going against a people that are from there. Like, we're from here. No matter how disorganized we might seem, or no matter how much black on black crime you might see it as a weakness. But at the end of the day, we're from here. If we decide to unite against you, you're in a world of trouble, because you're in a foreign land. You don't have the numbers, you don't have the resources, you don't have the anything. The only people that have more resources than black people in North America is white people. No one else got more money. Asians make more, but they don't overall as a total, because we got just way more people than them, you know. We spend more, we make more, we got more political power, we got more people in Senate and everything, This is our damn country. We're supposed to have more than them in everything. This is our country. This is not their country. You know what I mean? But I just got off track a little bit. But getting back on this crazy situation, what was going on with this woke movement. This woke movement is a radical movement that has to be eradicated. What they're doing in schools, teaching kids that if you feel like a girl, you all girl, telling little boys that. Also telling the parents that if the kids refuse to have surgery, the kid might commit suicide, and just the foolishness that's going on. There's a lot of foolishness, and I'm happy to see me turn on the news now and people are shooting this madness down. I'm glad to see that. I'm really happy to see that. I'm going to keep posting stuff like this on my channel. I hope everybody enjoys my videos. Subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. You know what I mean? It's free. Everything is free. You know, information is free. Just hit the like button, subscribe, share the video if you've seen something interesting or you heard something interesting. And without a question, the most important part, leave a comment. Like, tell me what you felt about the video. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it too short? Did I talk too much? Did I not talk enough? Like, write in the comment. Engage. And with that, I'm out. Have a good day.